Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the vlog. Now today we are here in Marine des Anges in the south of France, and we're gonna be putting motor yacht Lizzie into the water. She's had a lot of work done. We're gonna be doing sea trials with the Volvo technicians. Really hope you guys enjoy this video. So Lizzie is fitted with four, you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4 IPS 600s. IPS are made by Volvo Penta, and with this system the boat can literally move sideways, back and forth, and there's no bow thruster fitted. Lizzie is from 2008. I was captain on board from 2008 up until 2016. I lived on board full time for 7 years. You can imagine we have a lot of good memories and bad memories here on board. Right, so first, before the travel lift comes to crane up motor yacht Lizzie, they need to move first the axle part and the van duct. So they've got trolleys for both. Right, so travel lift's now moving. They've moved the two boats out of the way. They're going to put now the travel lift over Lizzie, put the Lizzie into the slings, and then put her in the water, guys, in the water.
So basically they put a travel lift on the opposite way instead of the normal way on the launch. You can see the bar on top here, marine travel. Because basically the boat is too high. So the antennas will break if it will go the other way, so it passes just by that much. So as usual, a very relaxing day in yachting.
Right guys, so Lizzie is almost in the water. It is so tight. The back wheel of the travel lift is right on the edge pretty well. I can probably go back another couple of inches, but the boat's too long. So not too sure what they're gonna do. We'll see, I'm sure they'll come up with a solution. So what's happening?
Well, the bow doesn't fit here, so they're gonna lift the boat again, turn the whole crane around with the boat around, and we gotta go nose first into the water.
Problem solved.
Yeah, kind of.
So basically what's going on is they obviously can't drop the boat because the bow pulls out too much. So they're going to put it into the middle of the yard, do a 180, and then drop it bow facing out. And hopefully, yeah, because the travel lift is closer to the stern, they should be able to drop the boat with the bow facing out, stern against the wall here. Right guys, so the first part of the stress is now over. As you can see, Lizzie is in the water. So what the Captain Adrian, Lindsay, the engineers and technicians are doing now is going throughout the whole boat, checking all the water fittings, engine fittings, generators, anything that can allow any kind of ingress of water. That's the first thing you want to check. Once you're happy that the vessel is watertight, they're then going to start up the generator, get the power on, test the generator, make sure it's cooling properly, and then from there the Volvo technicians will start up the 4 main engines, because they had a total rebuild. They had the 4 engines out, the 4 IPS drives out, everything rebuilt They had the engine room completely painted. We're going to check it out a little later. Once the technicians are finished, because I don't want to get in their way, there's not enough space in there to have me in there with cameras and stuff, but we will have a look at it. And I had done a video on Lizzie before. If you haven't seen that video, I'll put a link just up here. And everybody requested in that video, why didn't you show us the crew cabin? Because I lived on board this boat full time for like 7-8 years. So we'll be showing you the crew cabin later on in this video. So I've just done a quick Instagram story on Instagram, on the Super-Yacht Captain Instagram page, asking you guys exactly what you want to see. And everybody has answered the same thing. They want to see the engine room, because Lizzie famously has 4 engines built by Volvo Penta. Now, do bear in mind that the engines have been all rebuilt and reconditioned. They're still working on it, so the engine covers, as you can see, are all off. But here it is, guys. That's what it looks like to have 4 engines on a boat. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There we have it. Now at the backs, you've got the IPS drives there as well, and then Lizzie is a single generator. I think it's 27 kilowatt. Yeah, 27 kilowatt. So those are the generators here. You got the Raycore filters on each engine, Raycore, 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 and then these here are the sea strainers, which are the intake for the seawater to cool the 4 main engines. And as we come in here, a lot of you are also asking about the crew cabin. And if you don't know, I mentioned earlier, 7 years on board this boat, and this is where we live. So this is the access into the crew cabin, and there. Let me just, literally you have the double bunks, there's a toilet through there. I can't really access them, I've got some boxes just down here, but that is it. That is the crew cabin. And then what would happen is we'd turn around, and then this will be the entrance from the crew cabin in the engine room. Now, as I mentioned earlier, you can see here, this looks like the shape of the hull of a tender, but we got rid of the tender because the owner wanted a chase boat, and we turned the tender garage into a normal garage for all the water toys, things like the inflatables, as you saw earlier, the wakeboard and the skis, and then the chase boat we towed behind. It's not here at the moment, but it's a Capelli Tempest 770 with a Suzuki outboard of 150 horsepower. Pretty good, really cool. And the cool thing about Lizzie as well, is you see the yellow hose just there. What that's for, that's actually an underwater regulator. So it's connected to a dive compressor. And so if you get anything caught around your props, or you need to inspect the hull, you can just hook a regulator on there, jump over the swim platform, and swim the whole length of the boat, because this hose is actually 30 meters long. And then just under the generator here, we have the water maker. Now the water maker, I think, makes around 70-80 liters of fresh water every hour, so that's enough. And then you can see the shore power cable, which you saw coming in earlier, actually goes into this bucket here, wraps itself around. Those are the IPS drives, 1, 2, 3, and then 4 back there. The engine batteries are over there. I'll show you in a second. Then you've got the generator and service batteries here. This is the membrane here for the water maker. This is the compressor for the dive compressor, so dive regulator I was mentioning earlier. And then here, guys, we have the main battery switches for the house batteries, generator batteries, and the engine startup batteries as well. 4 engines running now, generators running. We're going to lower the boats, and we're going to slowly push us out. Not much space on either side. Super-yacht captain to deckhand. Oh yeah. Up, fenders up. Ah, so good. So we've been delayed about 5 or 6 hours, guys. Finally, 4 engines are running. Jenny's running. It's always the most anxious part of the season, is putting the boat in the water, especially after you had a full engine rebuild. But it's good to be back moving again. Be a beautiful day for it though. Sea is flat calm. Light breeze. Lindsay's so happy, look at that smile.
It's a lot more stable.
Yeah. Because normally when you're cruising in like 12 knots, it's like...
And you see now I'm on my toes now when I'm doing...
Yeah, because the nose is too high.
Over the handrails.
It's the first time that I see Lizzie panning actually.
Okay guys, we're about to go full noise now.
And we're gonna see if something happens.
The captain looks cool in the face, but the inside he's thinking, please, 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 please.
Exactly. Okay, I'm full blast now, let's see what happens.
Right, so it was a successful sea trial. The captain is very happy indeed. Look at that smiling face in that captain. Where is he? There he is, he's smiling. Yeah, because Lizzie can be very temperamental sometimes. What a better way to spend an afternoon in the south of France. Look at the ski slopes over there. The snow is starting to melt, and these buildings you may recognize. This is Marina Bay Azonge. Just there we got Antibes and the Cap d'Antibes. We undocked in the fuel station and we're going to head to Antibes and I think possibly refuel, seeing depending what time we get there, because the fuel station might be closed. And then after refueling, assuming we do, we'll be heading then into the berth. So we'll see you guys in Antibes. Right guys, we made it to Antibes, one of the yachting capitals of the world. Beautiful cruise, beautiful boats around, and now Adrian is just refueling the boat. Easy as that. Refueling. Now refueling Lizzie is a lot easier than refueling AWOL. Lizzie literally opened the fuel cap, put the hose in, push go. On AWOL, because of mini ISM, we have to go through a whole pre-refueling process, and I've done a video on that with Slav, our chief engineer. If you haven't seen that video, I'll put a link just up here. Goes to show the differences of running a vessel under 24 meters to a vessel over 24 meters, because when you're over, the maritime laws change and the legal requirements change of what you need to do on board before doing anything, whether it be working over the side, working aloft, refueling, pre-departure checks, pre-arrival checks. So here they literally arrive tied up, put the fuel thing straight in, and refueling, I think 2,000 litres? 2,000 litres of fuel Lizzie takes a total, I think, 3,500 litres more or less, and AWOL takes 35,000 litres. So yeah, 10 times more. But Lizzie's actually really good with these IPS drives. The fuel consumption on this boat is astonishing. At 21 knots, you're burning a total of 200 litres per hour. That's 50 litres per engine. That's the benefit of the IPS drive. So you can see it's literally same as you get in your car. There's a fuel hose straight in, straight to the fuel pump over there, and away we go. We have docked in Antibes. We've made it. It's been a full day. There's a Givinator. Howdy, Givinator. Let's just get that. There she is. Let's finish the docking. So what we're going to do there, I think we'll end the video there. So big thank you to Captain Adrian. I'll put a link in the description to all their Instagram, Motor Yacht Lizzie, Lindsay and Adrian. Go and give them a follow. If you're interested in chartering Motor Yacht Lizzie, then let us know on Instagram, send us a DM. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you next time. See you and ciao.